Racism. This is a ridiculously controversial topic, not only on Twitter, not only on YouTube, but genuinely everywhere, every second of every minute of every day throughout the whole entire world. Now, before we begin, I just want to give out a little disclaimer. Some things I may say in this video may offend some of you, but please don't take it in the wrong way. I mean it. I definitely am not trying to, start a racial war or anything like that. I'm really not trying to upset any of you. So if there is a comment that you take the wrong way, then please leave it down in the comments, and I apologize in advance. So yeah, that is pretty much it. In the background, there will be some COD or Battlefield, gameplay of some description, maybe some sniping or whatever. I don't actually know yet. So, racism for me, but by the way, these are my honest own opinions. I'm entitled to my own opinion, as are anyone else. I am not going to argue with someone's opinion because, your own opinion cannot be wrong. You can just argue cases for and against of someone's particular opinion. But at the end of the day, I'm entitled to my own opinion, so I hope you guys will respect that. But as I said, I'm not trying to offend anyone. So if there is a comment that you take the wrong way, please try not to take it the wrong way, if that makes sense. So, racism for me, I think it's all down to how the comment or comments are, received by the person it has been said to. So I can give you a couple of prime examples for that. Prime example number one. Take me for a prime example, right? I am white, for those of you who don't know, pretty obvious. So say I am walking down the street and a couple of black fellas come up to me, or it may not be black fellas, it could be anyone that's not my skin colour. It could be a couple of Indian people, could be a couple of, black fellas, it could be anyone. So these two black fellas come up to me, they take one look at me, and then they start racially abusing me. They call me stuff like, you white cunt, you vanilla shit, you white wog, you white batty man, or something, I don't know, some sort of racial comment towards my skin colour. So then after they'd started abusing me, I would just probably laugh at them because, I just don't understand how it is possible to racially abuse a white person. That's just my honest opinion, because the way I've been brought up and the way 99% of people that have been brought up that are white will agree with me when I say that, I don't think it's possible to racially abuse a white person. Now, granted, between white people, there are so many different subcategories of racism. You then go down into religion and stuff, and fair enough, there is a level of, anti-Semitism and discrimination between, religions, between white people. Fair enough. You can openly abuse a Jewish person. I'm not saying that's right, but, people, it does happen. But, at the end of the day, I don't think it is possible to racially abuse a white person because of their skin colour. So, that's just my thoughts. I don't know whether you guys agree with that. Personally, I just don't know what it is. Because us white people, we don't see racism in the same way as other races or skin colours, and that's just my personal opinion. On the complete flip side of that, you have someone like Stan Collymore. For those of you guys that don't know who Stan Collymore is, or those that have Twitter, most of you will know who he is. Stan Collymore is a black ex-footballer. He used to play for Liverpool and Nottingham Forest and a couple of other teams I can't remember. But he obviously used to play football, and now is a radio broadcaster. I believe he works for TalkSport, and he does a little bit of ITV coverage. I'm pretty sure I've heard him on some of the Europa League games. So anyway, he does a bit of commentary, and being a broadcaster, journalist, whatever, sometimes he tweets some stuff on Twitter that is controversial. That's granted. You're a journalist. That's going to happen 9 times out of 10. But what's not right is the amount of racial abuse Stan Collymore gets on the day-to-day basis. He gets hundreds upon hundreds of racial discriminating abuse towards his colour. I mean no offense when I say this, but you know, some of the comments are like, you know, you dirty nigger cunt, I hope you die, or you know, just stuff like that. Any sort of, you know, racist comment towards black people, he gets that on the daily. He gets hundreds upon hundreds of racist comments. Now that is not right. And as I said, you know, I can't influence what he can and cannot do. I can't tell him to, you know, the way he lives his life. But what Stan Collymore does, on the complete flip side of what I do, is he retweets the comments that people send him that are racist. Now, you know, there are two sides of this. One side can argue that, you know, fair enough, he's trying to expose these racist people for the comments and the people that they are, because then other accounts, such as, you know, Kick It Out, which is an anti-racist group set up on Twitter, I don't know whether it was actually set up on Twitter, but they have a Twitter account anyway, who go through Twitter and, you know, check for racist comments, and basically they report those people to the police. So through Stan and his retweets, those people can then be prosecuted by the police because of the comments they've made. So fair enough. But on the other side, some people can argue that, you know, he's just giving them what they want. Now, I believe that probably only 75% of all these racist comments he gets are trolls, basically. They are trolls. The internet is full of trolls these days, as sad as it is. Communities such as the FIFA community, there are trolls in the FIFA community all the time. Now, you know, trolling sometimes can be a bit of fun, but when it's come down to racism, I think it's crossed the line a little bit, and there are certain individuals within the FIFA community that I know, I'm not going to mention any names, but most of you know who you are, sometimes take it a little bit too far. And I know a couple of people that have actually sent racist, abusive tweets to Stan Collymore, and have then been retweeted, but genuinely, they don't want to cave his head in. They don't want to smash his face in because he is black. They only want to get retweeted just for the fun of it. You know, that's what that's what the comment from them was designed for a reaction, and that's the main thing. I think it's all down to the reaction that someone gives you. It's the same with, you know, bullying. It's the same with, you know, saying nasty comments to someone. When you say it, you know, you want a reaction. You want the person to then react in a certain way that gives you a kick. You know, maybe they react violently or whatever, and you've got some sort of sick fucking fantasy about that or whatever, you know. So only 25% of these comments I think are actually real, and these people actually want to bash his head in because he is black. But as I said, most of them I think are just trolls, and at the end of the day, he is giving them what they want, and that is a reaction. So, you know, I think at the end of the day, as I said at the start, racism is all down to how the comment is perceived by someone. And, you know, I am not a racist. Let me make this clear. I am not a racist, but I do make racial comments. Now, does that make me a racist? Because, you know, I have plenty, as I said at the start, I am white, but I have plenty of black friends. I have plenty of, you know, Chinese, Asian friends. I have plenty of Indian, Pakistani friends. And, you know, we have a bit of racial banter between each other, and I have got nothing, 100% nothing against racial banter, because they know I'm joking around, because they know I'm, you know, because I'm friends with them, I don't actually want to smash their head in because he's, you know, an Indian or whatever. I've got nothing against racial banter, but when sometimes it's taken too far and you actually want to violently hurt this person because of their skin colour, that is just unacceptable at the end of the day. That is just 100% unacceptable. So, that's my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear your, you know, thoughts down in the comments. As I said, if I offended you with some of the words I said, I apologise. I was just, you know, clearing up what some of these comments have been said to certain individuals. That is pretty much it. Again, as I said, a controversial topic. If you guys want me to cover any more of these controversial topics, leave them down in the comments. I'll be happy to give my thoughts and opinions on them. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Please follow me on Twitter as well. I leave the link to my Twitter down in the description of every video. That is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later on. Goodbye.